Hey folks, Jessica here. So, we're in Granblue Fantasy today. Yes, I still cover it. There just hasn't been a lot to talk about lately, but Barrage is out, and I know a lot of people are interested in this, so I woke up early to take a look. It is 4:44 a.m. My crew is already pounding their way through it. This is basically a non-competitive Unite Fight Light. It's not a super complicated event. So there's going to be a series of bosses. Your crew is going to get a cumulative number of kills on them. As you get the requisite number of kills, it will unlock the next boss in succession. However, these last two bosses are actually also time-gated, so this one doesn't unlock until October 16th, apparently, same with this one. That's interesting. I thought they would be all available at the start, but they're not. So rewards are going to be the main thing you're going to be concerned about here. There are both rewards for battle badges and rewards for individual and crew honors. Battle badge rewards are usual suspects, anima, CP, pots, berries, etc. See, rupees, jewels. These victory certificates can be created for revenant weapons, so that's nice. And some quartz, so you need quartz, you can get it here. Some pulls, spell books. I think you get moons, so you have moons as well. And then the honor rewards. It's going to be jewels, pots, crystals, rings, earrings. Again, usual suspects. The big thing is going to be Valor Badges, because you can't get Valor Badges anywhere else besides here in Unite Fight, so this is a big addition. It will definitely make it a lot easier to get Sunlight Stones, Gold Bars, and Evolite, wherever you're usually getting from Unite Fight. Do note that at a certain point, where is the break point? At a certain point, you're gonna have to get individual participation. So yeah, everything up to 142 million crew honors, just be in a crew that's done them and you'll get everything. When you get beyond that, you're gonna have to have individual contributions as well, so this one will require 150 million crew honors, but also 10 million individual honors. The final one is, 4.5 billion crew honors, 140 million individual honors. If you participate in Unite Fight at any high level, that shouldn't be too hard to get. Most crews, if they're active at all, will be able to get through most of these no problem. This last one might take a couple days for a lot of crews, but it shouldn't be too bad. Other things to note, every certain number of kills on this, you'll start a Unparalleled foe, which is a harder fight. I'll run through this one real fast, but let's talk about the other rewards just to complete that part of it first. Victory certificates. You trade them 1-to-1 for revenant weapons, so that'll get you. They'll make 40 boxing a lot quicker for a lot of people. And then Valor Badges, they've added rewards here, and they're interesting to talk about. So usual suspects here as well. Sunlight Stone, Gold Bar, Evolite, etc. But they've added some new ones. So these things, Astral Votems, and Apocalyptic Votems, and where else are there? Spiritus, so that's not Spiritus. Spiritus, so Astral Spiritus, and Apocalyptic Spiritus. So what these are, the Astral ones uncap Astral weapons, so it's an alternative way to uncap your Astral weapons. I believe it's something like 4-star. I haven't done this myself because I'm not gonna spend Valor Badges on this, but I believe the Astral Votum unlocks 4-star, and then where is the other one? These are organized kind of weird also. And then I believe Astral Spiritus unlocks 5-star. Certainly, I believe. God, these are organized so badly. Where is the first one? This one? Yeah, I believe Apocalyptic Votum unlocks 4-star Dark Opus weapon, and Apocalyptic Spiritus unlocks 5-star Dark Opus weapon. So, if you are not able to do Lucilius HL, Beelzebub HL, or you just don't feel like doing them for some reason, then this is another option to uncap those. Do note that this one, the Apocalyptic Spiritus, so 5-star Dark Opus weapon, is 550 Valor Badges, which is officially the most expensive Valor Badge pack. It's more expensive than an Evolite. My advice on these, if you are able at all to do Lucilius HL, if you're strong enough to do it, you should just do it that way, because this is a waste of Valor Badges if you can do Lucilius HL otherwise. However, there's a lot of people who are super intimidated by the CLSHL, or can't find a friend group to do it with and aren't willing to do it in a co-op group. You can totally do it in a co-op group these days. Just do some research on how to do the fight. But if you're not willing to do that, this is an option now. So that's nice for the people who just really don't want to do like hard group content. This is an option now, but it is a lot of Valor badges. So I think if you're at all on the fence as to whether or not you can do those fights, or wanting to try out those fights, you should probably just do them instead of spending your badges here. There's also this thing, Providence Globe. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't know what this is for. It doesn't say. It's not in the preview. And there's no tooltip here that really tells you what the hell this is for. Side games, get on your shit. Well, like, label these things. What does this do? It's 80 Valor Badges. I'm not going to spend Valor Badges just to experiment, so if someone knows what this does, let me know down below. I'm very curious. My recommendation, if you're able to do the Series HL, BAs above HL, is the usual, between gold bars, sunlight stones, and whichever one you need is the one you should get. But let's look at some fights real fast. These first 3 fights are super no-brainers. In fact, here, let's just jump into the regular fight. Give you an idea of how hard they are, but they're like United Fight boss level. This is like an EX, not EX, this is like Nightmare 90, I think. In terms of difficulty, yeah, it's Nightmare 90. Be a little bit hard to one-turn this guy, probably. But in terms of like actually clicking buttons, he's not bad at all. And honestly, I wouldn't expect any of them to be any worse than a United Fight boss, because that's what they're meant to mimic. Does this mean that United Fight is no longer necessary? No. You're going to want to do both. This allows you to get more Valor Badges to get things. So if you're in a crew that doesn't like super perform in United Fight, like it's like a B tier crew or like a C tier crew, or you yourself don't really participate that much in the United Fight, then you'll be able to still get enough Valor Badges probably to get a Sunlight Stone every United Fight. If you're in a crew that does perform pretty well, then you might be able to get like an Evolite every United Fight, or like maybe a gold bar and a Sunlight Stone, just because you now have an extra source of badges, so that's cool. But as you can see, this guy's not hard at all, at all. He's dead. Bingo bango. And sorry if I sound tired, I am. It's sun's not up yet. It's 4:52 a.m. So we're through this. We get some honors. And moving forward. Oh, interesting note. I'll jump into this real quick, the Unparalleled fight. You can request backup, I believe, as usual for these fights, but for Unparalleled fights, backup can only come from your crew. So, like, you want to be in a decent crew. If you're not a crew at all, get on that. What are you doing? Just go on the wiki, not the wiki, the Reddit, and find the crew recruitment thread and just join some rando crew. Or, like, if someone scouts you, just join a random crew. Like, yeah, you will have a better time if you find a crew you actually like and you participate in Discord discussions with them and just hang out, because crews can be a great way to meet friends. But you're going to want to be at least in a crew of some sort in order to get all these rewards, because obviously these are based on crew honors. So you need to be in a crew, so get in a crew. Alright, let's look at that Unparalleled fight. Okay, so Unparalleled fight, there is a 95 version and a 175 version. This 175 is time locked. It unlocks on the 16th as well, so maybe I'll do an update video when that comes out and talk about that there. Also, these are all fire bosses. It's weird that these are fire bosses, because the United Fight, the next United Fight is Dark Advantage, so light bosses. So I don't know why they don't line up. No, hey, I haven't seen this guy before. Is this a new model? That's interesting. Literally the first time I'm doing one of these, so we'll see. We'll learn together how hard it is. I'm gonna suspect not that bad. Probably like Nightmare 95 level. His health is going down like a Nightmare 95 boss, so this shouldn't be too rough. Yeah, it's real early. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. I do this for you. What do I think of the event in the couple hours I've been looking at it? It's fine. Like, it's another avenue of Valor Badges. It's another thing to do with your crew. It is a way to uncap Dark Opus weapon for the people who are not able to do that, or Astral weapons for that matter. And I know for some people that really stymies them, so I think it's fine that there's another avenue of doing it. I think for a player that can do those, then this is like, obviously you're not going to want to pick up those rewards, because it's a huge waste of Valor Badges to pick those up if you're able to do Lucilius and he is above HL. That said, for a player who is just not going to ever do those fights for whatever reason, your reasons are your own, not judging, then this gives you a legitimate thing you can do to get past that hurdle, because Dark Opus weapon is a huge power level jump. Astral weapon uncap for most elements is also a huge power level jump. And if you aren't doing those fights, then yeah, I do recommend prioritizing those. A Dark Opus weapon fully uncapped is gonna be a really big deal. If you're earlier in the game, and like it's a question as to whether or not you need Sunlight Stones to, like, say, fully uncap a primal summon, like your Hades or your Zeus or whatever, then I think the Sunlight Stone's still priority. That's bigger than Dark Opus weapon, but beyond that, I think Dark Opus weapon would be next priority, Astral weapon next priority after that, and then Gold Bar, Evolite, whichever one you need. If you're pretty new, then you can still get Gold Bars from Rise of Beast, so no big deal there. And if you're really new, then you can also probably get Evolite from hey Dick. Oh god, I have 4-star Uno in the back row because I was leveling him. If you're super new, then you still have Evolite available from our Arcarum, so you don't really need to worry about that. Now let's request back for a true. I'm curious. See, you can't request friends. I don't think you can tweet out either. Yeah, you can't tweet out. So we'll see who comes to our rescue. Can you pod these? I should be paying more attention, but honestly, who cares? Can you use pots as soon as all these animations finish? I wonder who my 5th slot is. I have no idea. I threw some characters in this team to level them while I was grinding Angel Halo. I completely forgot. Yeah, this guy's not bad at all. He did clap Cagliostro, but I mean, it happens. Yeah, you can use pots in it, so easy game, easy life. I think Uno, I did not need to cast on Uno, it's fine though. Live your best life, Uno. It's interesting that Unite Fight you get those fake pots. Like, they give you special Unite Fight pots, and you can just res through them. You don't seem to get anything like that here, so you're gonna have to use your hard-earned full elixirs here in order to res. It's really weird the more I think about it. Hey, asshole. I should probably have broad damage cut or something. Oh, it's you, Alicia. Hello. Lower this guy's armor for me. And then also, just lower all the things, Alicia. Do your thing. I'm gonna pot through this because I don't know if my crew's awake in order to help. We're getting as low as we can though, just pot. But yeah, it's really weird to me that this is fire. This really feels like it should be dark. I mean, maybe I'm just biased because I'm like super mega Dark Lord right now, but it's weird that they misalign. Like, I don't know what the point of making them misalign is. Maybe it's like, if you're super underwhelming in Dark, whatever the upcoming Unite Fight is, this gives you something you could do if you're like weak in Dark but like huge Water Lord. Oh, well, you know, it's on 1. Okay, we're just pot. We're just pot, it's fine. Interesting thing to note about this I didn't mention, you can only do 2 of these a day, I think. So these unlock through just doing fights, so as you do fights, you'll have a chance to randomly unlock these guys for the day. And you get 2 attempts a day. I believe retreating does consume an attempt, so you don't want to retreat. So, You might want to coordinate a little bit if you're going to need help from your crew, but you can pot through these. However, if you're on the weaker side, because my water's decent, you're going to spend a lot of pots to get through this. So do at least try and do your fights while your crew's awake to help you out. Because, yeah, you don't want to retreat out of these, because you only get 2 of them a day. And then, presumably, based on how hard this guy is, because this guy would be no problem if I was actually, like, putting forth some effort to get through him instead of just basically casting my skills and hitting attack until one of us dies. I would assume the 175 one you probably will want your crew to help out with, because that one's probably going to be a little bit difficult, just judging by how hard this guy is. This guy's like a Nightmare 100 boss, I think, in terms of difficulty. But yeah. I know I've been covering Genshin Impact a lot. Like, I know. And I know it concerns some people because, like, they might be like, oh, you're just gonna cover Genshin exclusively. I'm not. I still love Granblue Fantasy. I still have been playing, and I still have been playing my other games like Honkai 3rd Impact. I've been kind of slacking on Arknights, but I've been doing. I play all the games at the moment, so it's fine. I haven't dropped out Granblue. I'm still here. It's just there hasn't been a lot of new exciting things to cover. There's kind of like a drought of content, and it usually happens this time of year in Granblue. So you know, I'll cover Granblue when there's something to talk about. Hello, cool. Have you come to save me from this asshole? It's almost dead. Once it is, we will look at what rewards we get from this thing, and then I'll give you some conclusions. Oh well, okay. Thanks, cool. I'd throw a sticker, but, well, here, a sticker. Oh, yep. Okay, so, it's dead. How many honors should we get for that? So that's like 1,229,000 honor, so a good number of honor. Get some crystals. Is there daily? Is there a mission to kill these guys? As a crew, there's a mission to kill these guys, so 30 times. And as you can see, I think it says somewhere, I've got one more Unparalleled boss. I assume this resets at the normal reset time, so that's in like 8 hours. So if you're watching this early, do try and do enough fights to proc this guy and get them in before the reset. And that's about it. So yeah, conclusions. I think this is a fine addition. I don't mind more Valor Badge avenues. I don't think this is anything mind-blowingly new. There's not any new rewards from it, but I do think for players who aren't able to do Lucilius HL, Beelzebub HL, these things are pretty exciting because it gives you an avenue. Actually, you know, my dad actually doesn't do Lucilius HL, so this would be good for someone like my dad. I will mention that to him. But it is a lot of Valor Badges, so you are making a trade-off, because Evelite is only 500 compared to this, and I never thought I would say only, because Evelite's freaking ridiculously expensive, because the Sunlight Stone's only 275. I also don't know if getting these here means this pool will refresh when United Fight comes along, or if this is the same pool for United Fight. If someone knows, if they made a statement, let me know. What I mean by that is, if I take the badge here, the Sunlight Stone here, can you take another one when United Fight comes along? Because if you can do that, I recommend you do that. That's the best value right there. Because 275 badges for Sunlight Stone is a good deal. And then another 275 badges for another Sunlight Stone when United Fight comes along in like a little bit. That's a really good deal. So I don't know if you can do that. Don't quote me on that. Well, you can quote me because all I said was I don't know. But yeah, someone let me know if they made a statement, because obviously haven't been able to try it myself yet since United Fight's not here. So yeah, Dread Barrage. I think it's a worthwhile addition game, and honestly, we need content. There's just not very much content right now. We will see if Replicard Sandbox and the final uncap, 6-star uncap for Eternals actually happens this year. A lot of stuff is getting delayed, and I wouldn't be surprised if those things get pushed as well. But you know, I'll be excited if they do come. So yes, that's been it for this video. If you're doing Dread Barrage and have any thoughts about it, let me know down below. like, comment, subscribe, YouTube stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!